This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with an acclaimed artist and producer, the one and only Paris Digital. But before we get to our interview, here is a sneak peek at her incredible song, King and Queen.
I'm the one that understands you. You're the only one that gets me.
That's Paris Digital.
These hoes can't handle you. Close off like someone who used to accept me. I keep it so real, you can't even lie. You keep it so real, ain't nothing to hide. Love the way you fuck with me, treat me like a queen. He the realest nigga walking, so I treat him like a king. Cause every king needs a queen, yeah. And every queen needs a king. So what? Every king needs a queen. Well, I'm the queen for you. Yeah, I keep it so real, you can't even lie. He keep it so real, ain't nothing to hide. Nope. Love the way you fuck with me, treat me like a queen. He the realest nigga walking, so I treat him like a king. Cause every king needs a queen, and every queen needs a king. So what? Every king needs a queen. Queen for you. Damn it, feel like royalty. I know I love your loyalty. I don't see these niggas, baby. You the only one for me. You know I'ma ride for you as long as you stay holding me. You know I got your back.
Well, hello, Paris. How are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
Paris, I'm doing great. Doing so much better now that I'm speaking with you. And I'm so excited the audience got a little sneak peek of King and Queen. Talk to me a little bit about the impetus for the creation of that song for you.
All right. So obviously the song was inspired by a relationship. Now, originally the song, I used a YouTube beat and I had an ex-boyfriend on the song. But I redid the song, and because, you know, I wanted him to have nothing to do with how far that song was gonna go. So I didn't
He had to go. He had to go. Him and his beat.
Yeah. So I made the beat from scratch and I wrote the lyrics. I changed up the lyrics to where it wasn't necessarily specifically about him, but and then I also just, you know, I wrote the second verse. I'm working on the video. I have the whole visual for it. Just got to find the right videographer who would know how to bring that to life with me, because I am a videographer, but I can't record my own music video. So yeah, but that's pretty much what it was all. It was mainly a relationship, and it's just about, you know, I'm in a relationship. I like my significant other to feel like royalty. You know, I like to just make them feel I want to feel like royalty. Just you hear people say all the time, "Oh, I'm gonna treat you like a queen. I'm gonna treat you like a king." So it's like, yeah, king and queen. You know,
I love it. Paris, what I love so much about you as an artist is that you have this unapologetic nature to you. I'm curious to know where that chutzpah and that vigor comes from, because obviously, at least from my purview, it comes from a woman who has done a lot of work on herself to realize that she is enough. I mean, am I saying something out of turn, totally wrong?
Nah, that's exactly it. I've been through, like, I came up with a lot of self-hate, you know. It was between tough criticism from my mother to going to school and constantly being bullied. There was no love anywhere. It's like you surrounded by all this hostility, and it's like I had to teach myself, even recently, like I had to teach myself to love myself and, you know, accept myself. And then it's like, yeah, like it's like, here I am.
Well,
Yes.
Paris, this is why I also observe this of you, not only now, because I don't know, I have weird instincts. Some people think I'm psychic, but I think I don't know about that. I'm like, you're going a little too far with that. But just in my research of you, but just feeling your vibration now, you obviously have an it factor that I can only imagine loved ones in your life have maybe never told you, but I could see that maybe they're a little intimidated and don't know what to do. Like I could see people like growing up where you were told, Paris, quiet down, you're too much, or ooh, Paris,
Oh,
you
wow.
you need to calm down, or if you were too emotional, I can see people being like, ooh, Paris, you're over exaggerating, she's a liar, she's making ish up again, oh, Paris, in that imagination. I love
Yeah.
the fact that you took all of that negativity and turned it into light. Am I like weirdly hitting something?
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I'm doing a reading now on Paris Digital. Now listen,
Yeah, that's the story of my life right there.
I sometimes get flows and I'm just feeling it with you, but let's get into, in addition to your amazing artistry, no wonder you don't have the time to do a music video, because you have such this is what I think about you. Will, get off of your high horse. That was me to myself, but I'll get off of it. But what I love so much about you, Paris, it's why I became a director. I became a director to create a safe space for artists that I wish 12-year-old Will had. I feel like for you, in addition to your artistry, your main bliss is with what you're doing with Vibe Major Productions, creating a safe space for artists where maybe young Paris didn't have that positive, affirmative, safe, collaborative collective. You're creating that for yourself and other artists. Talk to me about the creation of that, and if I'm totally off basis, and I'll shut up.
No, you're that's very accurate. So it's like when I first started doing music, I knew other artists, and it's like they didn't really take me seriously. They were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you think you can rap? That's cute." And it's like I'm like, "Hey, let's do a song together. Let's do this, let's do that." And they're like, "Okay, yeah, sure, whatever." And they blow me off. So eventually, like once I got really good with networking and everything, and got connected with other artists who were trying to get out there, I was like, hey, I'm not afraid of your ideas. I'm not afraid of your, what you want to do. And it's like, I like to work with people who, I'm okay with working with people who like trends and like doing things that are popular, but I also like to work with those people who have a different purpose with their music. If you see on my account, YHN Man, shout out to him. He's a very good artist. He's more of a storyteller, and he's got his own sound, his own style, and he's very relatable to his audience. And I love that about him. He's not one of these artists out here trying to look big and look like another artist. He's on his own thing.
He's being the first rate version of himself. He's being and the fact that you see that and give him a place to be his best self.
Right. And that's mainly what I want to do for other artists. I want to give them their own space to be creative and everything.
Paris, I freaking love that. We need more Parises of the world. And this is honestly what I love most about FENIX and why I'm on board, is that it's a platform that is not only providing a safe space for artists of all disciplines, rappers, hip hop artists, singer-songwriters, Grammy winners, Tony winners, Emmy winners are on it, sculptors, painters, you name it, all over the world. I've done hundreds of these interviews. But what I love about you, Paris, in this platform is that not only are you going to be able to promote yourself as an artist, but as someone who's going to be able to work with artists around the world. Because as you know, great talent is great talent, and there's something transcendent and universal about that. And I'm curious to know, you working with artists around the world, what would that mean like for you?
That would be really big for me, because it's a matter of when other artists succeed, I feel like I succeed because they're doing something and I have my hand in it. Like, I'm the reason your song was made. I'm the reason your video was done. And it's like to go for people to perform a song, and I'm like, yeah, I engineered that, and
it's a win-win.
Yeah, and to see how their audience reacts to it is to see people, just enjoy their content and the things they made. It feels good to have my hand in that, because music is such a big escape for me. So I know what it is for other people. And it's like, I had my hand in your musical therapy, pretty much, stuff like that.
And I love Paris, that you have this, like, you still have this childlike sense of wonder about you, that like, you're always going to be a fan, right? So like, when you're working with artists, I could see you becoming young Paris in your heart, in your soul, in your mind, being like, ooh, I'm a fan of that. I know others would too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, no matter how much I learn about production, I listen to music the same way I did when I was 12 years old. Like, oh, I love this song, you know. Sometimes I got to put the song down because I listened to it 100 times editing it, but it's like, I still support my artist like I'm a fan.
Paris, you're amazing. Listen, before I get to my final question, I just want to remind everyone for more on the amazing Paris Digital. You can read more about it right below this video. Paris, final question for you. If you could give advice to 12-year-old Paris Digital, what would it be?
Oh, wow. It's okay. Go ahead and start taking yourself seriously, because you really can do it. That mic dad bought you, get on YouTube and figure out how to use it. Yeah, I still have the first mic my dad bought me, and I just learned how to use it once I was in college. But yeah, don't worry about the fact that you don't look like the standard of beauty that they expect for female artists, because you can still capture an audience. People are still going to listen to you. Keep going and stop lying about your age on MySpace, please. Yeah, that's how long. Yeah.
You need to add another hyphen to your multi-hyphenate arsenal of artistry. Comedian. You say it like it is, Paris. And this is what I love. And I know the people that follow you and will continue in that, who aren't following you yet will follow, because you are authentic and you cannot teach that. And this is obviously done through the work you've done on yourself, your craft, and you as a human. Paris, you're incredibly inspiring. And I'm so grateful for your time today. And I'm so grateful that we're now connected.
Thank you. And I'm glad I had this opportunity. Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you.